Have you gone through the syllabus? पहले देखा syllabus paper 4 का? अच्छा, if we go through the syllabus carefully, we can see that the main topics have been sourced from three major disciplines. Moral philosophy, which is a part of a broader discipline, philosophy. Social psychology, which is a part of psychology, and governance, which is a part of public administration. So these are the major disciplines from which the topics have been taken. For example, ethics and human interface, the topic number 1 has been taken from moral philosophy. The topics like attitude, human values, aptitude, emotional intelligence, these have been taken from psychology, social psychology to be precise. And topics like corporate governance, probity in governance, civil services values and other things, those have been taken from the topic of governance. But if we go through the subtopics, you will realize that these major topics cannot be prepared in isolation. These are so intertwined that they cannot be separated, and we have to have a holistic approach to cover all these topics. Okay, the point I am making here is, the number one point is that these three disciplines, we have to initiate our understanding into these three disciplines, and we cannot prepare these three disciplines in isolation. For example, if see the topic number 5, emotional intelligence. Concepts and their utilities and application in administration and governance. The concept of emotional intelligence is psychological in nature, and it has been taken from social psychology, but we have to apply it in governance. This is what is written over here. So governance का मतलब local governance में, state governance में, governance as a whole, या फिर international governance में. So we have to go in these dimensions, but the topic is psychological. ठीक है? So similarly, look at bullet number 3 under point number 7. Laws, rules, regulations and conscience. Laws, rules and regulations समझ आता है कि they are a part of public administration or governance. But जब conscience आ जाता है, conscience कब से governance का part हो गया? Conscience is a part of philosophy, moral philosophy, or if we take it rigidly, it can be studied under psychology also. But governance nahi. But the point I am making is that the topics are so intertwined that we cannot study them separately. Have you gone through previous year questions? कभी देखें case studies और बाकी जो questions आए हैं? Just go through them, previous 6 years questions from 2013 to 2019, 18. You will realize that concepts which are there, which are mentioned in your syllabus, they are not asked directly, except 1 or 2 questions. Emotional intelligence वगैरह पे एक आध questions आए हुए हैं, but otherwise they have not been asked directly. Each and every question, or 90% plus questions, are application based. To apply those concepts in these questions, whether they are essay type questions or case studies, we have to have concept clarity. What is emotional intelligence, what is attitude, what is aptitude, and then we have to apply them in this paper. So if we are clear in our concepts, then only we can apply. And about case studies, many students are searching for that magic approach, that one size fits all approach, that sir please tell me the approach of case studies. There is no one size fits all approach. There are different approaches which we'll be dealing with in the ethical theory part and the perspectives of ethical theory, but there is no one size fits all approaches. And even in the ethical theory part, the only thing we can do is we can justify our stand taken in the case study with the help of those theories. Of course, there are some tips that I'll be discussing with you during the course. Okay, use these tips to identify the issues that they are asking in the case study. Recognize the concepts that they are asking. Are they testing you on your attitude, or they are testing on your attitude change, or aptitude, or your conscience, or your aptitude, or they are testing whether you have those civil services values or not, whether you are a man of integrity or not? Just recognize them and you will be able to recognize them with practice. Otherwise, there is no point. The, so, the first part of the syllabus which deals with this concept is equally important for the second part. Without these concepts, you cannot do case studies. And there is no one single approach. We have to understand the concept. We have to develop an approach to apply those concepts in the case study part to get good marks in case studies. If we follow these approach, we will have enough content, we will have concept clarity, and if you have this, no matter what, you will not get 50% less marks. You will always get 50% plus marks in case studies, which is a lot. 50% means you are getting 125. So for that, don't look for that one magical approach. Just clear your concepts and develop an approach to apply those concepts in case studies. ठीक है? Which I will be discussing with you during the course all the case studies that have come till now in UPSC. Some will be discussed in the class, some will be given to you in the model answer form. And there will be other case studies as well. I will be giving you, even today I will give you one case study. At the end of each class, I will be giving you one question or case study. Now, what is the importance of this paper? We all know there are 4 papers in mains. This is GS4, 250 marks, 1/4 of the marks allotted to general studies. The importance is that we can cover these 250 marks in 30 days. 25 to 30 dedicated classes for this paper can cover the syllabus for you. Plus, after that, every day you have to give at least half an hour to 45 minutes to this paper. And either you write an answer or you think about the issues that we'll be discussing. For example, contemporary issues like surrogacy, abortion, reservation, and other issues that have moral connotations. And another importance of this paper is that when we discuss these issues now, you will develop an approach to write an answer in essay, and you will be able to answer well in your personal interviews as well. There will be some issues, for example, surrogacy, abortion and all, those, and reservation also, those will also help you in GS paper 2. Paper 1 also, social issues will be covered. So these are the 3 things that will be covered: 250 marks, 30 classes, and the issues that will be covered in GS4 will occur in your GS paper 1, 2 and 3 as well. So this is the importance of this paper. Now let me introduce you to the 2 major moral perspectives. I'll give you one example, and I'll give you 2 examples, and through those examples you will be introduced to 2 major perspectives of ethical theory. Achha, let's assume you are a working professional. Your job is from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. but you are also concerned about social issues. You would like to help old people and help underprivileged children and people with special needs and all. So you can take out 1 hour in a day to help these people. Let's assume you are interested in educating them. You are interested in teaching them. You have one option. Option number 1 is that you can go to this place where there are 3 students, and option number 2 is that where there are 5 students. You can only go to one place. These students cannot come here and these students cannot go there. Either select these 3 students or those 5 students. Who will you select to teach? 3 students, not 5. Why? No. You are, if 10 students join you, I'll be teaching more students. Huh? X students plus 10 students. So my purpose to help will be fulfilled if I teach more students. You have to teach these students in a class. ठीक है, तो who will you choose? 5? Mostly people will choose 5, right? Because the consequence of your action will be that you will be educating more students, and that will solve your purpose of helping the society in general, right? But in the second case, let's assume you are already teaching these 3 students, you have done half the course, and then someone asks you to go and teach those 5 students in between the course, then it is likely that you are not going to go to teach them. You will be finishing with these 3 students and then you will go there. In the first case, we are concentrating on the consequence that after our action is complete, the consequence will be that 5 children will be educated. Okay? If we choose these 3 students, then the number will be 3. So we'll choose 5 students. Okay? We are concentrating on the consequence. So we are locating morality of our action in the consequences. But when we are already teaching these 3 students, we will not leave them and go to these 5 students, because why? They will be impacted. We are not concerned about the consequences of 3 versus 5. We are concentrating on our action. Our action of leaving those 3 students and going somewhere else. The action itself has that intrinsic value, and we are concentrating on that action. We are locating morality on the action, not in the consequence. So these are 2 major approaches. In one, you concentrate on the consequence, that you ask the people to judge you on the consequences of your action. You'll do something and you'll ask your friends and family that don't judge me by my actions, judge me by the results. Okay, consequence should matter. This is also known as end-based theory, also known as teleological. Teleo in Greek language is the word for goal or end. Why Greek? Because Western philosophy was born in Greece. Socrates was born, he is the father of Western philosophy. And when we are concentrating on our action itself, we are locating the morality in action. This is called non-consequentialist perspective or means based. You don't care about the consequences, you want to be judged on the means or actions that you have taken. Or deontological, which indicates action in the Greek language. So these are the 2 major schools of theory. The most important school which falls under this category is utilitarianism by Bentham, and the most important school that falls in that category is the theory of Immanuel Kant. Don't be scared by these names. I'll discuss all these people, and the knowledge that you will gain about these people will actually help you change your outlook towards life. And you can use this knowledge in your essay also, in your interviews also, to justify your stands. In your case studies, so you will be using this knowledge. You will be justifying your stand by relying on these theories. There are other theories as well. Virtue theory. Plato, Socrates and others have taken this theory that we should concentrate on the virtues. For example, in some society, honesty is a virtue. So we should be honest. Okay? No matter what the consequences are, no matter what the actions are, but we will develop that virtue. But can you be honest in every place? If you are in a room, someone suddenly comes and hides behind the table, and the other person also comes with a gun and asks for that person, what will you do? Will you tell the name? No. Even if you think that you are honest, generally people will not tell the name because they want the person to be killed. They don't want, you know. So virtue theory is also there. Other perspectives are also there. Rights theory. which says that there are certain fundamental rights for human beings which have to be respected under any circumstance. Why was Osama bin Laden given a proper funeral? He was given a proper funeral when the Navy SEAL of USA killed him. They took his body to the ship and ocean, and they recited the prayers and all, and then they put the body in a proper coffin in the sea. That is a proper funeral. That thing was based on this theory that everybody, every human being has some inalienable rights, and those should be respected whether the person is living or dead. Okay. Then there is a justice perspective also. The types of justice we'll elaborate later. Social justice, distributive justice, etc. There are four or five types of justice, and we'll elaborate later on this. Acha, I have given you a case study on the second page. Just go through it once. After the class, when you go home, just try to write an answer for this case study. Take as much time as you want. Think in every possible dimension. If you want to limit yourself to these approaches or any other approach you want to develop, or ignore the fact that we have discussed this, just write an answer to this or think about it. What will be your answer in this? And I will discuss the case in the next class, so that we explore what are the dimensions in the case study. Other topics, that there will be about 10 to 15 topics of contemporary issues that we'll be discussing that are not mentioned in your syllabus, but that can come, not even if not in this paper, in other papers they will come. For example, surrogacy is there, the ethical concerns of surrogacy. The topic can come in GS paper 4. The bill was introduced regarding this topic last year. It can come in GS paper 2, and it can come under women issues in the social issues part of paper 1 as well. Likewise, we'll be talking about market economy. We'll be talking about abortion and its ethical issues. We'll be talking about the reservation system, quota system, and their ethical issues. And likewise, we'll be talking about 10-15 issues. See, this paper is not about reading much. This paper is only about getting conceptual clarity and thinking about these issues and these approaches. If you develop this habit that daily I'll give half an hour to this paper, no matter what, you are getting 125 plus marks in this paper. Just give half an hour to this paper other than the class. Think about issues like reservation. Think both sides. Okay, what are the positives, what are the negatives, and then try to develop your stand according to the approaches. And what, even in interview, start role playing that you are sitting on this side and the board members are asking these questions. If you think you would have thought about those issues in the past few months, keeping ethics paper in mind, definitely you will get give a good answer over there, and you will get better marks than other candidates. So this paper is more about thinking, and it will also help you become a better person, better administrator, and it will also help you get good marks in other subjects as well. So इसमें ज़्यादा notes नहीं है, जो भी है, whatever we will do in the class, our discussion, our case studies, whatever printed material we'll be giving you, whatever definitions I'll be giving you, that is enough. No other books are required, no other videos, anything else is required. Just do whatever we do in the class and think about those things half an hour to 45 minutes every day. And with that, you will be improving your essay marks as well, your PI marks as well. ठीक है, just for today this is enough. In the next class we'll discuss about these approaches in detail. We'll also discuss about your case studies as well. Any questions? Any questions? Economics. Yeah, ethics will be Saturdays and Monday to Friday evening will be economics. You can attend few classes of both the subjects, then you can decide. Right? Evening, yeah. Police will be there in the morning with you from 7:15, 7:30 to 9:30, and we'll have ethics and economics in the evening. We'll also, if you by chance if you miss any class, we'll also give you online backup. If you miss 2-3 classes, you go home and all, we'll give you online backup. No worries. एथिक्स के लिए आपको कुछ और नहीं, आपको कोई बुक्स नहीं चाहिए, कहीं के नोट्स